Hi friends, welcome back to Iron's Vegan Vida. My name is Ira, pronounced like I-rum, spelled Maria backwards in case y'all didn't know that. On today's video, I have another 30-minute quick recipe. I like to throw those in every once in a while because we don't always have all the time in the world to create a meal. And today's dish is a little bit different than my usual dishes because it is pasta based. I don't do much pasta dishes on my channel. I have done a lasagna before and I have done this creamy tomato sausage pasta, but this one is a little bit more Mexican inspired. It has a Mexican flair to it. That's my inspiration behind this. Now that being said, before we get started with this video, I did want to mention that this video is once again sponsored by Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community where millions of creative people come together to take the next step in their creative journey. With Skillshare, you can do tons of amazing courses with awesome teachers. The courses offered here are video lessons, and one of my favorite things is how Skillshare also offers feedback from a large community. Some of those courses include web development, graphic design, music, film and video, marketing, and the list goes on. They have loads of courses on Procreate and overall expanding your artistic ability. I've personally been into all the Procreate courses because many of you don't know this, but I love to dabble in artwork every once in a while. So I love this beginner class by Jerem Vogel. It got me a little bit more comfortable with using Procreate. I really want to illustrate my own header here on YouTube, so I actually also took the course by Maya Fadal. I loved her artwork and personality, definitely my kind of vibe, and it really inspired me to get on Procreate. If you're a lifelong learner, come hop on Skillshare. Check out the first link in my description down below because Skillshare is offering my first 1,000 followers to click that link to get 1 month free membership of Skillshare Premium. That being said, as I mentioned earlier, this recipe does have a little Mexican inspiration behind it. It is gonna be a spaghetti rojo, commonly known as red spaghetti or Chipotle spaghetti. This dish works well served as a main dish, but it is also great served as a side dish, maybe with some vegan protein, some grilled veggies. So I actually grew up hating spaghetti and meatballs because I didn't like when my mom made it. So she used to make creamy spaghetti, or she would call it sopa con crema, and that was my favorite. Like, I love creamy sauces. So when I first came across this recipe, which is a Chipotle creamy sauce, I was so into it. So I thought, why not veganize it? I hope y'all recreate this, and if you do, please comment down below or tag me your creations on Instagram, DM me on Instagram. I am always happy to hear from y'all. Let's get on with the recipe. Okay friends, so to begin with this recipe, I'm making my go-to vegan sour cream recipe. It's super simple. I add raw cashews into my high-speed blender alongside a fresh squeezed lemon, some plant milk, and salt. If you don't have a high-speed blender, you can soak the cashews overnight or do a quick soak in boiling water. The written recipe will be in the description with some tips. Onto a pan with some oil, I'm roasting half an onion and 3 tomatoes that I have. I also threw in 4 raw garlic cloves. I'm frying the veggies for roughly 10 minutes. I removed the garlic cloves first because they roast faster than the rest of the veggies. Then I went ahead and removed the tomatoes and onions once they were blackened a bit and softened. For the pasta today, I'm using this dry spaghetti by Barilla. It is 450 grams. I'm cooking that according to the packaging instructions. I think it was like 10 minutes. In the meantime, I did want to mention that if you want this dish to be more protein dense, you can use some of these other options. Barilla also makes a protein spaghetti, but keep in mind this one is for 10 grams. Overall recipe will just be a bit more saucy. Another great one is Bonza chickpea pasta with 227 grams per package. So you will need to use like 2 packs. This one has 23 grams of protein per serving, but is pricier than the first 2 options I showed y'all. Now that my pasta is al dente, I strained it, shook off any excess water, and set aside. Do not rinse your pasta. You need those starches to grab onto the sauce, and it kind of emulsifies and blends everything together. For my sauce ingredients, I'm using the roasted tomatoes, onion, and garlic, 1 chipotle pepper and adobo sauce. Using 1 pepper makes the sauce have a little kick, but if you want mild, definitely start by only only adding half a chipotle pepper. For the seasonings, I use salt, black pepper, oregano, and cumin. 1 cup of vegan sour cream of your choice. I used a cashew sour cream I made at the beginning. It actually made exactly 1 cup for this recipe. And for some cheesiness, I added 1/3 of a cup of some nutritional yeast. I added in all the ingredients into my blender and pureed until smooth. I did want to note that cashew-based sauces like this one always works best if you consume it right away. When you refrigerate cashew-based sauces, they lose their creaminess and seize up. If you're not eating it right away or all of it, a killer tip is to refrigerate the pasta and the sauce separately and pair them together as you reheat and eat them. This also works for other creamy pastas like vegan mac and cheese. This is what it should look like, super smooth and creamy. I added into the hot pan to warm up before adding the spaghetti. If for some reason you want your sauce to be thinner, adding some reserved pasta water would be great. And there you have it. I topped it with some vegan queso and of course some cilantro. Let me know if y'all want to see my green spaghetti recipe as well. And remember, take care of yourself always. Alright, hopping back in to say thank you once again to Skillshare for sponsoring this video. Be sure to check out the link in my description down below to get 1 month free of Skillshare Premium. I hope y'all really enjoyed this recipe. Bye!